Okay, can you see on your screen right now? Nampak tak?
Nampak?
Nampak. Okay, today we're talking about personality. So an important topic, one of the important topics in organizational behavior. So managers also have to assess some personality of their employees. For this topic, you should be able to describe personality, the way it is measured and the factors that shape it. And you should be able to differentiate between emotions and moods, describe affective theory in relation to emotions and moods, describe emotional intelligence, explain the factors that influence perception, describe attribution theory, and explain the link between perception and decision making. Oh, there's a slight mistake here. And then contrast or compare the rational model of decision making with bounded rationality and intuition. This number 8 is the approach of managers in decision making. Apakah pendekatan pengurus dalam mengambil keputusan? And then explain how organizational constraints affect decision making and contrast 3 ethical decision criteria. Okay, first and foremost, we talk about personality. In definitions, it is the sum total of ways in which an individual reacts to and interact with each others. Okay, it says that most often described in terms of measurable traits, which can be seen that a person exhibits such as shy, aggressive, submissive, lazy, ambitious, loyal, and timid. Okay, that's personality. Okay, the total sum of ways in which we can see how the person reacts and interact with each other. Okay, in organizational behavior, the study agreed that we can assess and measure personalities, right? It says that personality tests are useful in hiring decisions. Some, and in fact, many of the companies now are practicing the test of personality because not only experience, not only the education level, even the personality, all right, also important to see whether it match with the jobs and whether it is matched with the organization, just like organizational culture. Okay. It says that here, additional remarks, it says that self-reports are the most common and easiest way to measure personality, but they are prone to error due to the fact that individual is reporting all data about themselves. This is the simplest personality test, all right? Question and answer. We have personality tests, but in actual fact that we cannot measure 100% the personality. We can only gauge what type of personality the person is. Okay, we can only gauge the closest, paling hampir. Okay, all right. It is the self-report survey. And then another way is evaluate on a series of factors. Says that study shows that culture influence how we rate ourselves. People from individualistic culture trend towards self-enhancement. Those in collectivistic societies trend toward self-diminishment. Okay. It says that on evaluation on series of factors, it means that there are series of questions that will be asked to the employees, and then after that it will lead to other series of questions. Because here usually, for example, the assessment will look at the background of your culture, whether you are from collectivistic culture. It means that a culture in which emphasizes on collective collective interest ataupun kebaikan secara masyarakat, ataupun another one is individualistic culture. They emphasize on the individual rights or interests. Okay, because according to the study here that people from individualistic cultures, right, tend to show themselves, okay, tend to bring themselves up, right, tend to sell themselves more. And people from the collectivistic culture is more self-diminishment, means that maybe they thought that it is too lifting your own basket if you reveal yourself too much because of the culture itself. So that's why before we conclude a certain thing, there must be a series of questions before it leads to the precise questions about the personality. Okay, what are the factors or what are the determinants of personality? Apa faktor-faktor personality? Yang pertama, it says that personality reflects heredity and environment. Personality, according to study, dua faktor yang utama, two main factors, heredity and environment. Okay, heredity, apa dia heredity ni?
Family or family or something that you are growing up with?
Yes, correct. Apa? Dia genetic more towards.
Itu gene.
Yeah, correct.
Genetik keturunan.
Genetics, keturunan. Kan? Dan satu lagi, persekitaran. Where do you grow up to, right? Where, who are you being influenced by in terms of family, institution, society, education, and so on and so forth. Okay. There are studies of twins in which that they are separated and being brought up by two different families. Okay, when they reunited, and the result of the study shows that even though personality, heredity and environment are the most influential factors, the genetics, which is the heredity, is more influential than the environment. Okay, it says that genetics more influential than parents because they have been brought up by different parents. So environment, yes, okay. Parents is a part of the environmental factor. They influence the personality in certain what we call certain level, okay, in certain extent. But the most influential factor is the heredity. Okay. It says that environmental factor do have some influence, and aging influence levels of basic personality is constant. What does it mean by that? Aging influences level of ability, basic personality is constant. What do you understand by that? Any opinions?
As we grow with the job, we tend to have a more sound experience, perhaps.
Correct. Okay. On a certain stage, yeah.
Or I would say depending on, like you say, aging. When we are 30 years old, everything we fight in terms of work and all this. Someone say something, we fight. As we get older and older, then at around 60 or 50, people say something, just leave it. So that is the
Yes,
aging
correct.
influences. Okay.
Correct. Okay. At certain level, environmental and personality is the main factor, but on the certain stage, aging influences the personality. Pernah tengok, tak tahulah, my father, for example, dia punya garang dia, masa umur 30, 40, 50, kan? After 55, after 50 lah dia mellow a bit, and then after 55, 60, dia relax sikit. Macam tu. How about your parents? Have you seen different personality? Maybe. Betul tak?
Parents influenced by mother.
Influenced by mother. So that means influenced by the wife lah.
Yeah.
Betul. This is according to the study, bukan kata nak buat-buat and so on and so forth. Alright. Okay, before we go to affect emotions and mood, shall we invite group number 1 and number 2 to present?
Boleh?
Alright. Okay. Before you present, I just want to double confirm your team member. Sekejap ya. Your team member, I believe that Mr. Andrulam withdraw, is it?
Yeah, correct. He dropped out. So we are one less person now. We have 5, correct.
Okay, Miss Aniza, Miss Sim, Yan Fang, Datuk Sri, Ma Kayuan, Miss Vina Kumari, and Mr. Lim Siang Shin. Is it correct?
Yes.
Okay, who's going to present for this time?
We have pretty much all of us going to present. I will facilitate, but then everybody have their part.
Good. All right.
Okay, so should I start sharing my screen, Doctor?
Can. Should I do anything from my side?
Yeah, you need to stop sharing and then I can take over, I believe.
Okay. Sorry lah. Agak buta IT sedikit.
No, it's okay.
Stop share.
Okay.
Will you be able to share?
Thank you. I'm also a bit buta, so please bear with me. So, you should be able to see my screen right about now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Super.
Okay.
Good. So we will start our presentation now, Doctor.
Can, please.
Perfect. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Veena Sarna, and today we from group number 1 called the Office Legends, we will be presenting the cause of job satisfaction with the main title called Unraveling the Cause and Effect. Now, as we go forward, I would like us to first review the content. So let us look at the content. First, you will get to meet our team members, and then we will walk you through the job satisfaction, understanding job satisfaction. We will also walk you through the cause and effect. Of course, we will recommend what is needed to increase the job satisfaction. If time permits, we will also look into a case study and as well as a bit of a conclusion at the end. Yeah.
Wow.
Hi, my name is Yan Fang. I'm from Finance Department.
Hi, my name is Aniza. I'm in Talent Acquisition Services.
Hi, I'm Lim Siang Jun and I'm in IT line.
Hello, I'm Ma and I'm in medical industry.
Thank you, everyone. And my name is Veena Sarna, as mentioned earlier, and I am the facilitator for today. I work in the HR department, so today's topic is very close to my heart. Now, let us go into diving further into introduction to job satisfaction.
Thanks, Veena. Job satisfactions refer to a person's degree of satisfaction with their job and motivation for work. It is measured through the behavioral, cognitive, and the emotional components. It is important to all the employees and to be satisfied with their job. Otherwise, it can be lead to the frustrations, anger, or depression. Satisfaction is the result of the material factors such as compensation and benefits, appreciations of the job, work environment, promotions, fair policy, and caring organizations. Next to the understanding job satisfactions.
Thank you, Joanne. So, guys, while we try to understand job satisfaction, it's crucial for us to differentiate the importance of this satisfaction between individual level and an organization level. Excuse me. Individually, it's important for us to understand that this will help us be satisfied with our job. It gives us a sense of motivation. We feel a sense of loyalty to the company. It gives us a bit of a health and work-life balance, and not forgetting a psychological well-being. While from a company perspective, the importance obviously is to ensure increment of employee performance, right? It increases the employee retention, so they avoid unnecessary recruitment unless there's a growth or expansion. It cultivates a great work culture, and not forgetting, it ensures to reduce absenteeism, which is a major factor. You probably have heard a lot about it these days, called the silent quitting, where people either don't turn up to work or they don't really do what they're being paid for. These are one of the causes of why people are dissatisfied, right? So let us now dive into the cause of job satisfaction.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Vina. So the satisfaction that you get from your job can be split into 6 parts. So today we're going to talk about 3 of them. So the work itself is closely linked to what you do every day. So having tasks that challenge and interest you, chances to learn and improve, taking on responsibilities, and also having varieties in your skills are key to feeling satisfied. So the social side is also important. How you see your workmates and the relationship you build at your work matters. A good work group provides support, comfort, advice, and help, making your job more enjoyable. So the last one, the third one, is the supervision. Having good leadership, open communication, technical help, transparency, and fair treatment are some of the essential things that make your experience more positive. So now we look at the cause and effect relationship of these dimensions with them.
Okay, as we can see from the slides, all 3 factors that we are discussing have positive correlation with employee well-being. This suggests that they are interrelated and they are all contribute to increased employee well-being, which when the scores for one factor increase, the score for employee well-being tend to increase as well. So for example, supportive leadership and supervision can influence the nature of work of employee. When employees are engaged in their work, they are more likely to be interested in meaningful activities. And for social interaction can also influence both the nature of work and supportive leadership and supervision. For example, when employees have positive relation with their colleagues, they are more likely to be willing to help each other and work together to achieve common goals, which lead to more innovative and effective work. So we can see from there the dynamics between supportive leadership and supervision, nature of work, and the social components are complex and interconnected in a way that they are actually influencing organizational behavior in a multifaceted manner. So by embracing a holistic approach that consider these interconnected elements, organization can cultivate a thriving and socially responsible workplace that promotes positive organizational behavior and contributes to broader social well-being. So I will pass it back to next presenter.
All right, thank you, Lim. So here we will recommend the key is to have a good communication within the organization. When the organization are open and clear, it builds trust among the employees. Listening to what employees need make them feel part of the team, which improves job performance. Better performance means more rewards and chances for career growth, which is important for organizations looking to improve skills. Social activities and CSR program also help to keep employees engaged and involved in meaningful causes. So I think we still have a little bit of time. So let's take a look at a study case with DS.
Hi, as for case study, we are studying regarding on the impact of leadership style and organization culture on job satisfaction employees in Malaysian manufacturing industry. And the objective is to explore how leadership style, transformational leadership style, which is more focusing on vision, authenticity, and also the creativity of staff, and also transactional, which is with more focus on result and very practical and definitely resisting to change. Okay, as for the finding, both leadership style and positively significantly influence employee job satisfaction, and also supportive culture moderate the connection between transactional leadership and job satisfaction. Okay, so for the conclusion, what I study is the transformational and transactional work in hand, and it will be the best to apply both. And secondly, individual motivation relief on how much they value on the reward, and if they believe their effort will lead to that reward. And I will. Okay, and for the conclusion,
Vina, mute.
I am muted, excuse me for that. So as a conclusion, guys, it's really safe to say that job satisfaction from a meaningful work, effective leadership, and positive social dynamic, while it's regularly checked and maintained, actually produces a longer employee tenure, which then creates a positive cycle, right? You've heard of this before. Happy employees means happy customers. This really emphasizes on a couple of things. One, not just well-being of employee cultivates a harmonious work environment, but it also enhances overall success and reputation of the company. So it's very individual and very company level as well. Now, before we leave you for today, we want to give you a little note that Confucius once said, choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day of your life. So I hope, and we all hope, that you feel this way today or someday in the future. Do you have any questions for us as we conclude our presentation?
Yeah, any questions before I ask? Let me look at the chat session. Vina made it sound like I'm in an Emirati flight. Very soothing.
Is
Mr.
that a
Said, you
compliment,
feedback.
Doctor? I take that as a compliment.
Okay. Since there is no question, I will ask, can you go back to the case study?
Mm-hmm. Right. There you go.
Oh. Okay, it says that the objective is to explore how leadership style and organization culture affect the job satisfaction among the MMI, particularly in Penang.
In Penang, yes.
Okay. Can you give me some examples of activities or efforts in finding these in analyzing these studies?
In very short, Doctor, from what I quickly understood reading the paper, which I can share after this as well, they went through 127 questions among these employees. Now, I don't remember the number of employees, but they were a 3-digit number of employees that had 127 questions that went through to them, which then gave them an idea of what different leadership helped them be better in their jobs or be happy.
Oh, I see. So 127 questions.
Yes.
To how many staff? Is it to all the staff or few?
It was actually a lot of stuff, but if you can, I can stop sharing my screen and look at their case if you don't mind, because it's in that document and I don't have that number with me right now.
I see. Okay, can.
Can I share that with you right after this? Give me 1 minute.
Boleh, can.
Any other question apart from this? So I can quickly write it down and come back to you. No questions?
I think no questions.
Okay, so I'm going to start by sharing my screen and quickly pull out this data and let you know. Give me a quick minute.
But if you mentioning the case study, then there will be a lot of questions with regards to that. We're going to see how's the sample, right?
Yeah, I assume so. I assume so. You did
It's like
mention this
research,
earlier to
right?
me as well.
Uh,
I assume so. So obviously we should have, I think, a lot more data on our slide if we're going to mention a case study, because obviously people will be very interested, right?
Yes.
Okay, look here. Conducted. Screenplay. Sorry, I'm actually looking at this. Click.
Kalau tak ada, tak apa, it's okay.
No, I know it's somewhere. I hate this that I can't give you the answer now. I hate this. I know it's somewhere because I saw it. Okay, look. Damn it. Sorry, excuse me. Look, I'm going to try to find it, but I will share it
It's
with
okay.
you.
Ah,
Okay? I
maybe at the
still
end
see
of the
it. I'm
session.
really sorry.
Yeah.
Really sorry for
Ah.
this.
Tak apa, jangan risau. You have put a very high benchmark already to other groups.
It's not going to affect our squad, right? That I can't give you this number, but
It's okay. Don't
thank you.
feel what Chinese say, kanchiong.
Kanchong. Well, you have to. This is my first semester. I'm very kanchong about everything. Thank you so much, guys. That was our presentation. Appreciate it.
Alright.
Thanks, Doctor.
Okay, thank you very much, group number 1.
Thank
So
you,
shall
thank
we
you.
Well done, guys. Nicely done.
welcome? So shall we proceed with the group?
Okay, sure.
Mr. Tana?
Yeah, I was just congratulating them, Prof. Nicely done.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay, group number 2.
Okay, group number 2. Assalamualaikum and good evening, everyone. Wait, let me share my screen first.
While you're sharing your screen, I just want to double check your group member
Can?
consists of 7 person, right?
Yes, exactly true.
Okay, Miss Jawahir,
Yes, I am.
Miss Salma, Miss Raisa Dora, Miss Siti Nazira, Miss Yong. Is it Megan Yong, is it?
Yes, Megan Yong.
Okay. Mr. Muhammad Fairoz and Mr. Nanda Kumar. Betul?
Betul.
Alright. So, dengan segala hormatnya dipersilakan.
Okay, first of all, can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good evening to Doctor and also to all the course mates. So we are from group number 2 and myself, Jawahir, I'm the appointed group leader. Together with me, I have Salma and also Raisa that will present our presentation for tonight. So we're going to talk on a key to job satisfaction. So the first presenter will be Raisa Dora. She will actually touch on the definition of job satisfaction and introduction to job satisfaction. Raisa, over to you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. Hi, so yeah, let's talk about job satisfaction. What is positive organizational behavior, or known as POB? Well, POB is about understanding and promoting the positive aspects of work life, such as employee engagement, job satisfaction, and organizational commitment. Does POB relate to your employees' productivity? I would say certainly. By emphasizing job satisfaction, engagement, and positive relationship, employees' productivity will increase as it fosters a satisfactory work environment whereby individuals leverage their strength, build resilience to face challenges, and contribute positively to organizations' goals. How has it related to job satisfaction? How POB relate to job satisfaction? Well, by practicing POB, you'll create a joyful work environment that enhances job satisfaction. Well, satisfied employees generally are motivated, committed, and will invest their effort and energy into work. Well, POB also encourage employee engagement where they feel connected to work with their colleagues and also motivated to achieve organizational goals. Positive energy also leads to positive environment and bring positive impacts to overall productivity. Next slide, please. Okay, definition of job satisfaction. Sorry, job satisfaction is based on how we feel about our job. Job satisfaction is how happy and content a person feels about their job. Well, it involves whether the work is fulfilling, enjoyable, and aligned with personal goals, normally impacting motivation and productivity. The good career component that makes us feel valued, or it makes us feel like we have a purpose, versus the bad components such as the long hours or unpleasant tasks or feeling undervalued as an employee. Well, job satisfaction, an unquantifiable metrics, is defined as a positive emotional response we experience when doing our job or during present at work. Well, these include factors such as job satisfaction, growth opportunities, work-life balance, supportive environment, and alignment with personal value and goals. Well, it makes the career fulfilling and rewarding for individual. Thank you. Next, over to you, AJ.
Thank you. Thank you, Raisa. All right, so let's go through the job satisfaction and how it happened. All right, based on our discussion, we actually talk and we actually come out with the factors that contribute to job satisfaction. So among them are company culture, work-life balance, compensation and benefits, job securities and job characteristic, recognition, and career development. But we would like to emphasize on three important factors that contribute to job satisfaction. The first one, of course, compensation and benefits. I think even during the hiring process, you know, the incumbent or the candidate will ask about how much is the salary, what are the perks, what are the fringe benefit, and so on. So compensation benefits is comprising of financial and non-financial benefit. It's an essential pillars that has the most powerful effect to job satisfaction due to high living cost. And employee compensation is one of the major function in human resource management, since it's one of the main reason people work. The next one is company culture. Friendly atmosphere, so a positive relationship between employees and managers or between employees really drive to job satisfaction. Fair treatment, such as equality and fairness, mutual respect, honest communication, creating an environment where everyone has opportunity to succeed. And the next one is recognition, where drive success. People are more likely to be succeed where they feel their efforts are being recognized and appreciated. It also reinforces positivity. It creates sense of value and significance within the organization, fostering a positive and engaged work culture. I move to next slide. So how does positive organization behavior affect job satisfaction? So it's actually through three important pillars. First one is about task satisfaction. Positive organization behavior, or POB, emphasizing on fostering positive relationship and promotes positive emotions. POB also encourage self-determination and ownership of tasks. It creates, sense of belonging. People enjoy doing their work and the company can glue them. The next one is employment satisfaction. So POB promotes organizational justice and fairness, ensuring employees feel valued and respected, leading to greater employment satisfaction as a whole. POB encourages recognition and rewards in terms to boost the motivational level among the employees. And then the third one is, of course, about the market satisfaction. POB leads to higher employee performance and productivity, innovation, and also creativity, resulting in better organizational outcomes and increased customer satisfaction and loyalty. Okay, let's move to the next presenter and next slide, Ms. Salma.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jawahir. Hi, everyone. My name is Salma, and I will present slide 6 and conclusion. Job dissatisfaction is the cause of low employee morale and low moral at work is strongly undesirable. If workers have a negative attitude and think their occupation are boring and worthless, the productivity will be lower. There are 7 causes of job dissatisfaction that I can share with you, which is underpaid, limited career growth and also no opportunity for growth, lack of interest, unsupportive boss, very poor management, lack of meaningful of work and life balance, and also demoralized. All the causes will give the impact of job dissatisfaction, which are job stress. So when employees are not happy with their job, they are much more likely to experience and report stress on the job. This is basic human nature. When a person is not doing something she or he likes, enjoy, chances are he or she is going to feel dissatisfied, and even little thing will make them feel stressed and unhappy. High employee turnover rate. Low job satisfaction also create high turnover rate among employees. Sooner or later, the employee will quit so they can find a job that they actually enjoy doing. Many industries, such like service industry, suffer from high turnover rate and the inability to retain qualified workers. Number 3, lack of productivity. Low job satisfaction coupled with low employee moral equal a lack of productivity in the workplace. Again, we have a basic human nature at work. When someone is unhappy, they don't focus well and they don't pay attention to their tasks. They find hundreds of other things to do that make them happy. When one of team members display low productivity, it is only natural for other team members to feel dissatisfied as a result, and their productivity will begin to decline as well. Profit, this profit is more for the company. The value of the product is based on customer perception. If the employee are not satisfied with their jobs, they cannot give a better service to the customer, which lead to a lower profit level for the organization. Number 5, customer retention. Customer retention is very critical in maintaining a steady flow of revenue. If the employees are not satisfied, they cannot retain value customer. Employee job dissatisfaction has a negative impact on both the business and the employees. High employee dissatisfaction is likely to have an effect to the profitable, high quality manufacturing and poor customer service provision. For the conclusion and how to improve is the, can I go to the next slide, please?
Okay.
All right, now I will talk about the how to improve employee job satisfaction. We write here 3 improvement that we can share, which is friendly atmosphere. Create a workplace where people can comfortable and get along. Being nice to each other and having positive environment can make everyone happier at work. Treat everyone with respect. Okay, this is very important. Treat everyone with respect, equally, and no favoritism. Number 2, fair treatment. Make sure everyone is treated fairly and equal. When people feel they are being treated well and with respect, it makes them more satisfied with their job. Number 3 is recognition. Say thank you and acknowledge the good work of employee do. Feeling appreciated make a big difference. When people know their effort are noticed, they are likely to be more satisfied with their job. As a conclusion and recommendation, job satisfaction is a core factor in employee sustainability. In conclusion, making sure employees are happy with their job is really important for a strong and lasting workforce. It is not just about having content employees, but it is about creating a supportive workplace, treating everyone fairly and recognizing the effort of each person. When we do this, it's not only make employees feel good, but it also boosts productivity and help keep them team together. So paying attention to job satisfaction is a key factor in making a company successful in the long run. That's all from me. Do you have any question to ask before we end?
Okay. Any questions from the class?
No, none from me.
Okay,
None
Alright.
from me, thank you.
I see. Okay, of course lah macam biasa. I ada question kan?
Okay.
Alright. Okay, the last slide here. How to improve employee job satisfaction? Just wanna ask, where do you get this information from?
Salma, you want to answer?
Okay, can. Based on our discussion and also from our research, we have a lot more, but we find only the best only and very close to us. You know, like when we work, we are the working adult. So I think these three is the closest one for us.
Doctor, maybe I
see.
can add some points. All right. So this is
Yeah.
actually based on our work experience, our life, our real experience. You know, as what you call, as an employee. Okay, we work. You know, some of us we work for many years, right? So this is actually the simplest way that the organization can do in terms of improve employee job satisfaction, which does not involve monetary, friendly atmosphere, create a workplace where people feel comfortable and get along. Okay, based on my experience, I work with a multinational company, with an international company, even with a national-based company. So I think the treatment, the workplace is very, very, very most important. I don't like to work in a toxicated environment, although they pay me with lucrative salary package and so on. There are so many, there are office politics, people gossiping and so on. I don't feel, enjoy the 8 hours daily in the office.
Correct.
This is based on my experience. Okay, fair treatment. I believe that every organization, whether it's small scale, big scale, SME, there's always, people being treated unfairly, okay? And there is favoritism, there is so-called bullying, that's happened to me, that's happened to my son, So this is something that the organization can look into, right? And they can convey the message and make to everyone loud and clear that this is something that is not encourageable, okay? And then recognition, what we are trying to say here, I mean, if you say just thank you, that actually the words will make people feel appreciated when someone get the job done. If it's not, if they do, they did the job not the right way, you can correct them, but there's always an appropriate way for you to correct them. Okay. That's based on our
Noted.
experience.
Noted, Mr. Wahil. It's just that if you are presenting from the academic point of view,
all right,
if you have your own experience to present, just write it clearly, how to improve employee job satisfaction in with regards to our experience. There's nothing wrong with that. You have to just state that clearly. But if you, for example, if you read from something, you just quote who's the writer and which year is the writing.
I see. Noted that, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Okay. And okay, before I proceed to other questions, our classmate, Miss Zeti say, nice group, nice one, group 2, good presentation, group 1, and Mr. Lim said, impressive.
To which group?
To your group.
Oh, thank you very much, Doctor. Before we end our presentation, I would like to thank to all my group members, beside their busy schedule. Like Salma, she runs her own cafe. Riza also sometimes weekend she has to sacrifice dia punya rest day, and even Megan, Fairuz, even Nazira, she's the one who actually helping us with the PowerPoint. Yeah.
Actually, that's the key word of studying, especially for age like us, is a sacrifice. Is a sacrifice. Sacrifice in terms of your time, your family, and so on. Belum lagi habis soalan.
Oh, ada lagi.
Ada lagi. Can you go to the slide definition?
Kejap, hang on ya. See, it's not moving pula.
So inspiring from Mr. Tana. Good work,
Ah.
ladies. Love it from Mrs. Rina.
Thank you very much.
Okay. This question is not only to group number 2. If anyone can answer, especially from those who are in HR background, like Miss Rina and who's another one. Last week dia kata dia dari HR
It's
background.
me. It's me. Jawahir
Okay.
Ibrahim.
All right. Can you? I mean, okay. What does it mean by an unquantifiable metric? Job satisfaction and unquantifiable metric.
If
What
I may try,
does it mean by
Doctor,
that?
if I can try what I understand this, it's like what I had in the slide earlier. If you get a job that you love, you will not feel like you're doing a job for the rest of your life. Like you find a sense of
Yeah.
purpose and you're doing what you love doing, like painters and teachers or yourself. If you like educating people, you actually have your ikigai, like the Japanese says, the ikigai. So I think that's what it kind of represents.
Okay. Because the satisfaction cannot, in general, cannot be quantifiable, right?
Yeah. So it's more of
Okay.
a feeling of I love what I do, so it's giving me a satisfaction.
Okay. But how are you going to measure your job satisfaction in your company, whereby you cannot unquantify the job satisfaction? How you can do that?
May I try?
Okay.
Okay. I mean, as a whole, from the HR perspective, we can actually quantify or calculate. I mean, from the employee turnover, the retention rate, the more people stay, because you should get the numbers from people resigning time. So from there, you can actually calculate whether how many actually your employees really enjoy and having job satisfaction in our workplace.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Likert scale 1 to 5. I like working with my immediate supervisor. One, very, what is it? Apa? Agreeable. Very disagree. Right. 2 disagree. 3 neutral. 4 agree. 5 very agree. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Just like other unquantifiable metric. If you want to what we call, if you want to measure it, it must be turned into quantifiable.
Yes.
Yeah, things.
Correct.
The definition is correct. I don't deny that. It's just that I just want to what we call explain to you, right? Explain to you guys, right? Whatever the things that you want to quantify in the organizational behavior, just like job satisfaction, performance, there must be tools or mechanism in which you can quantify it, right? In order for you to, yes, just like KPI, right? In order for you to justify our company have a high job satisfaction. Kalau macam KPI, how we gonna value a good customer service, for example. Okay, certain company katakanlah a good customer service, one of it is able to attend, for example, 100 customer a day, right? So that means in a month, 2,200 customers in a month, in a year times 12. Okay, that is quantifiable. Okay, if that being achieved, you got 5 marks. Lower than that, you got 4 marks, 3 marks. And then other characteristic is, for example, I just give a simple example kan. Staff does not receive complaint less than, the staff receive less than 3 written complaints in a year. You got 5 marks, right? If it is 4 complaints, you got 4 marks. Okay, so as to job satisfaction, okay, it is unquantifiable metric. But if you want to measure that, it must be turned into a quantifiable mechanism. All right.
Understand.
Okay. Good presentation, by the way.
Thank
Kalau
you.
nak sembang memang sampai habis. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor.
Team
Thank
number
you,
2.
everyone. Okay.
Okay, we'll continue our slide right now. Can you unshare? All right. Sekejap. Okay. In this, our syllabus next after personality is about affect, emotions, and moods. Okay. There are three distinctive definitions in terms of affect, emotions, and mood. Okay, affect is defined as a broad range of feelings that people experience. Affect can be experienced in the forms of moods or emotion. Okay, that is affect. All right. Something happens, it is affective. So what we call the effect will be felt by either emotions or mood. Okay, emotion is caused by certain specific event, very brief in duration. Okay, sometimes you react in certain way, that's emotion, and then specific and numerous in nature. For example, it says that many specific emotions such as anger, fear, sadness, happiness, disgust, surprise, and this emotion, back to the second statement, is very brief, and then unusually accompanied by distinct facial expression, usually accompanied by facial expression or body language, and action oriented in nature. But affect can be also in terms of mood. Mood is cause is often general and unclear, right? It lasts longer than emotions. It is more general. Got two main dimensions: positive effect and negative effect. They are composed of multiple specific emotion. Generally, it's not indicated by distinct expressions, and it is cognitive in nature, right? Because sometimes the moods can be prolonged until one day, 2 days, 3 days, until 1 week, right? Whereas emotion is just a brief in nature. Okay, there are 6 basic emotions: anger, fear, sadness, happiness, disgust, and surprise. Okay, that's the general emotion. What about the moral emotion? It says that research in moral emotion focus on examples such as sympathy for the suffering of others, guilt about our own immoral behavior, anger about injustice done to others, and contempt for those who have behaved unethically. So moral emotion, which is emotions that have moral implication because of our judgment of the situation that evokes them. If it is negative, it is a moral disgust. Just like maybe, for example, what happened to the crisis in Palestine versus Israel. Okay, emotions has been studied, and one of the theory which is related to the emotion is called affective event theory. How do emotions and moods influence job performance and satisfaction? Okay. Effective event theory provides us with valuable insight in the role emotions play in primary organizational outcome of job satisfaction and job performance. According to AET, employees react emotionally to things that happen to them at work, and this reaction influences their job performance and satisfaction. It also says that work events trigger positive or negative emotional reactions, to which employees' personality and modes predispose them to respond with a greater or lesser intensity. So it means that whether the employee reacts with greater or lesser intensity is depends on their personality. Emotion influence performance and satisfaction variables such as organizational citizenship behavior, organizational commitment, level of effort, intention to quit, and workplace deviance. Okay, these are the what we call consequences to emotion. Okay. All right. See what effect it can do. It can be effects of emotions towards the everyday work. In terms of giving a reaction to certain news or behavior, right? And this emotion will affect their what we call perception to others, especially with the boss. Okay. In conclusion to these emotions, right? You have to have this emotional intelligence. Silap tertekan. Okay. Emotional intelligence is the person's ability to perceive emotion in the self and others. What I feel right now, what other people feel right now. Emotional intelligence, before that, I just have to add, is also very important, especially to the managers and leaders, right? And then should understand the meaning of these emotions. Okay. How should I say? Okay, I ask you first. What are the example? What do I understand by understand the meanings of these emotions? What do you understand about that?
Boleh try, Doktor?
Boleh?
Maybe can hide the macam masalah luar dengan tempat kerja jangan campur, and then
Okay.
pandai sorok lah, pandai sorok emosi tu, even depan customer, tengah marah ni customer ni, tapi sabar, buka biasa.
Okay, good point. But that one is regulate one's emotion and in a cascading model. That is the third one. Kan? You can regulate your own emotion ataupun you can control other people's emotion. That's regulate one's emotion. Okay, but before that, you must really understand what's the emotion of others. Okay, sometimes you perceive that particular behavior is maybe you perceive that benda tu adalah sesuatu kemarahan untuk dia, kan? Ataupun behavior yang melampau, but actually it's different. Okay, macam I give you an example, right?
Is it macam body language, memek muka, macam tu?
Yeah, but you have to understand why the person is doing that. Is it because they're angry, or is it because other thing? The key word is understand. Understand this emotion. Okay, I'll give you example. Ada dalam 10 years back, kan? Siapa yang tengok bola, dia ingat a game in Johor Bahru, where TMJ, kan? One incident where TMJ, dia sepak bendera dekat corner tau. Okay, dekat dalam bola sepak tu, in the corner, dia ada macam flag. Okay, to differentiate whether it is the ball is beyond the goalkeeper's line or is beyond the other side of the field. Itu tak kisahlah, that's the rule. Tapi tiang tu dia sepak. Okay. Kenapa you think dia sepak tiang tu? Ni dah habis game dah. Kan?
Marah.
Tapi
Marah.
Marah
Dia
lagi.
nak express dia punya feeling tu. Marah, stres, tertekan ke, macam tu lah, tak happy.
Okay. Others? Lain? Fulfillment. Okay, betul. Alamak, I salah baca lah. I lambat baca, bukan salah baca. Ya, betul, Mr. Azwan. Okay. Back to the TMJ punya case. Dia marah. Okay. Kenapa dia marah?
He can't control his emotion.
Okay. That's the thing you need to understand. Okay.
Doktor,
TMJ.
saya tahu dia marah sebab dia bos. Dia number one. Jadi dia rasa, dia boleh show depan orang. Tak ada siapa peduli dia.
Dia memang selalu marah-marah kan?
Dia itulah dia punya personality. Yang first tadi, mana slide nombor berapa? Nombor 5, nombor 6 tadi? Yang doktor cakap pasal personality tadi kan?
Tak sebenarnya. Time to game tu Johor menang. JDT menang. Okay. Dia sepak dia ni. Sebenarnya, because he is passionate about winning. Kan? Of course, masa tu memang game tu memang fight lah. I tak ingat lagi siapa. Tapi dia, it's not an easy game, but they win. So, they express his emotion. But you have to understand why these emotions happen. Because of his anger? Because ataupun memang dia attitude dia macam tu? Ataupun he's passionate about something? Okay.
Dia memang
Emotion.
macam tu.
Apa dia?
Attitude TMJ memang macam tu. Boleh tengok keluar sekejap dengan KJ tu nanti.
Because he's passionate. For me, he's passionate. So, okay, kita put aside TMJ lah kan. Lagipun dia masih muda kan. Kalau passionate ataupun anger pun, sometimes orang muda ni dia express themselves without controlling it. Dia lahir 1984. And now is 39 years old. Okay. Beside the point lah. Tapi you as a manager, so when you see certain emotion, you need to understand, you need to fully understand. Okay. So before you regulate your own emotion and you regulate other people's emotion. Boleh? Faham? Tak faham?
Faham.
Faham Yes, involve. Yes, it's also involve empathy actually. If you read if you read the what we call the module or other readings, actually understanding the meaning of this emotion is include empathy. You like understanding other people's perspectives or feeling. Then you are a better understand the emotions of others. and then you are able to,
Hey,
apa
doctor,
dia?
this emotional intelligence, we are talking about employees. Are we able to go outside this topic? How about we talk about road rage? So emotional intelligence. It seems that when we are driving, the emotion is not there.
Yeah, correct. But for at least you are able to control your own self, right? You are able to control your own emotional intelligence. You perceive a emotion in you, and those driver, you understand this emotion and you regulate at least your own emotion. Betul?
Yes,
The-
yes, yes.
I don't know why right now the road rage is more obvious compared to back in the 90s or 80s. Kan? Alright. Nanti tak sempat pula dengan kawan-kawan yang lain. Emotional intelligence. Here, it says that people who know their own emotions are good at reading emotional cues, are most likely to be effective. Okay, in the emotional intelligence, it says that regulate one's emotion in cascading model. Okay, this is the cascading model of emotional intelligence. You have conscientiousness, the perceive of emotions in self and others. And then cognitive, understand the meanings of emotion. And emotional stability, you regulate the emotion. Basically, this cascading model is just that it's already comprised of these three abilities. Okay, before we go for perception, let me look at the chat first. Try to put ourselves in their shoes, correct? Yes. Rizwana said EI requires one to be in controls and conscious about how they express their feelings and think before reacting. Yes, correct. As what I mentioned again, especially for the managers, right? You are the focal point of your employees. So emotions should be regulated. Emotions should be controlled, right? Okay. Now, Mr. Tana,
Yes, sir.
what do you mean by why tolerate when you can relate?
No, when you get emotional, you seem to, the emotion is derived from how you tolerate the issue at hand. Therefore, you tend to be emotional. So I think as managers, why tolerate when you can relate? I think calm before storm. Just active listening skills and address it when the time is needed. The point here is if you communicate it clearly at that time, because it's time centric as well. You cannot talk to a person when they are emotionally angry and everything else. So we calm them down, and then we can have put them in a safe space for them to feel to gain their trust with you. And then as we go along, you're able to bring the issue at hand and resolve it. So that's why I asked that question. Why tolerate it when you can relate?
Yes, what you say is now, right? Calm them down and everything. You have gone into the third stage already. Okay, regulate one's emotions.
Correct.
Yeah,
Forgive me if I'm too fast.
Okay, Mr. Fitri said back in the 80s and 90s, there's no smartphone. All right, maybe. So road rage never been recorded. Or maybe back then cars not as much as today. Yeah, maybe so. Okay, group number 3, are you ready?
Okay doktor, sekejap ya, saya nak kena try internet. Saya pun dekat hotel doktor, saya kat Padang. So ini pun pakai hotspot. So hopefully semua orang boleh dengar. So I try to untuk share slide dulu.
Sekejap, I stop sharing mine dulu sekejap.
Okay.
You dekat mana?
Dekat Padang, Indonesia doktor.
Kalau ada tinggalkan offset dekat KLIA tak? Tak ada.
Okay, sekejap saya cuba try untuk share slide. Kalau ada kalau breaking ke apa, minta tim saya untuk support lah. Okay, sekejap. Share slide. Okay.
Okay, while you are sharing, I just want to double confirm your team member, Mr. Azwan.
Okay.
Mr. Azwan, Mr. Dylan Raj, Mr. Gary Arunathan, Miss Norin Amelina, and Mr. Fitri. Is it correct? Any
Correct.
additional team member? Tak ada,
Tak ada. Okay, right. Bismillah. Okay. Alright. Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Aizwan, team leader for group number 3. Together with me are Fitri, Gary, Nurin, and Dylan. So tonight we're going to present about 3 causes of job satisfaction. And it seems like we are choosing the same topic like group number 1 and 2. I am not sure the reason behind all this. Maybe ramai tak puas hati ke doktor.
But it's a freedom of choice. I give you the choices and up to you to choose any of the topics.
Yes. But I think the topic actually are very interesting. So without further ado, please welcome our first presenter, Fitri. Over to you. Fitri ada tak?
Okay, thank you, Azudin. Let me go to the first slide. Okay, for the introduction, as we choose the job satisfaction topic, so job satisfaction, a focal point in organizational behavior, is influenced by multifaceted factors, is playing a crucial role in shaping employees' contentment. The nature of the work, organizational culture, interpersonal relationships, leadership styles, especially the presence of a great leader, and opportunities for career development are key contributor. Additionally, compensation and benefits form integral components affecting job satisfaction. Understanding this amalgamation of factors is essential for organizations committed to cultivating a positive work environment. As we delve into the causes of job satisfaction, we examine how these elements collectively impact employees' well-being, providing insight for organizations striving to enhance workplace satisfaction and overall performance. So I think that's all for my introduction. Back to you, Azwan. Thanks.
Basically, job satisfaction means how happy someone feel about their job. Different people find the job satisfaction in different way. For some people, it might be the sense of accomplishment, while for other people, it could be the opportunity to get more and more money. So number 1, I believe the most important part that contribute to the job satisfaction is the compensation and benefit. So basically, compensation is the money you get for doing your job, like your monthly salary or commission. Meanwhile, benefit are the extra thing you get like insurance, vacation, or flexible working hour. So by giving a good compensation and benefit plan, I think it will make the worker happy. So when people are happy, they will be productive and stay longer in the job. It is also, I think, will help the companies to attract loyalty, reduce or avoid absenteeism, increase productivity, and so forth. But I think something we have to take note is for the top or higher level executive, usually salary doesn't affect their job satisfaction. So probably you have to give something like stock option to them. Okay, and beside the compensation and benefit, I believe the non-monetary factors such as supportive colleague, good working environment, play a significant roles toward the job satisfaction. And based on the research or survey run by Randstad, there is 69% of employees in Malaysia consider it is very important. And as we can see here, 96% of the respondents agree that relationship with managers and relationship with colleagues could enhance the job satisfaction. And 92% respondent looking into more autonomy or freedom to perform their role. So supportive colleague or workplace is something like everyone helping each other, bosses listen to the idea, and employees feel safe and comfortable being themselves. So when we have that vibe at work, I think magic will happen. This will make employee feel valued, respected, happy to come to work, and they will not afraid to share their thought because of they know their opinion matters. So when everyone happy, I think it will create the fun and positive workplace. So I believe it is important to create a place where support, respect, fun as a part of the culture. So when we feel like we are part of the team, work become more than just a place to go. And I think it become a place where we love to be. So that's all from me. Over to you, Nurin.
Okay, hi everyone. Please excuse my voice because I am not very well. Okay.
Why?
Apart from, yes,
Kenapa suara?
I got flu.
Got flu. Just want to ask, kalau flu ni terus online boleh ini tak? Boleh berjangkit
I
tak?
believe not.
Okay. Alright.
Okay. Alright, okay. Apart from positive environment throughout the organization, a handsome pay and good benefits, great leader is one of the crucial influences to job satisfaction. Okay, leaders shape the organization. Throughout the decades of research and experience working with leaders around the world, proven that the best leaders shape positive communities and nations. How? People we came home with a positive aura and return back to office tomorrow morning fresh, knowing they have a good leader. Okay, because leaders, they instill feelings of confidence and inspire their people. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, have you ever heard quote, people don't quit jobs, they quit their bosses? Okay, I believe every one of us have. Bad boss isn't an imagination nor a movie title. Real estate say that bad bosses are everywhere around the world, not only in Japan or in Malaysia itself. A study reveals that whopping 83% of employees rate their bosses as worse when it comes to leadership. So here anyone can be a boss, but not every bosses can be a leader. Okay. This is because charisma isn't the only trait of a great leader. Next slide, please. Okay, great leader must come with quality. These qualities make people to achieve job satisfaction. So what are those qualities? Number one is active listening. Active listening is listen to feedback from team members. The feedback might be about the ideas of improvement. Not only being able to listen to the words, but also the meaning behind them. Maybe about the problem that team members facing during the process of completing the project or task. And active listening also by get into the conversation and showing interest. This is by minimizing distraction. Thus, by active listening, leader can together with team members find the solution and improvements. I took one example of the famous leader, Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela is a famous civil rights leader, so he is a freedom fighter lah. He active listening to his people's problem during that time, which made him devoted himself to improving the life of his people. The people demand for freedom and equality, so he's spreading the same philosophy to other countries. Although we call his action as an activism, what he done is derived from hearing to his people. Okay, next quality is collaboration. Collaboration here means participate. A leader must participate internally across departments and externally with third-party entities. This is to align the goals between team members and leader. And not only that, team members will understand what leaders expect from this project. So for example, I can say Walt Disney. Walt Disney is a participatory leader. Walt Disney is the man who founded one of the world's most successful entertainment. Even he is the founder and the owner of the brand, he never hesitates to contribute in every process of the project. Yet he is still the ultimate final decision maker. For example, that I found in my readings, after the popularity of Snow White in late 30s, he started to expand his brand. He wanted to build a massive studio in California. So during this time, Disney often traveled across the nation and recruited over 700 talented artists by himself. He even paid for the artist education to help enhance their abilities. He took part in recruiting and training because by doing that, he can ensure every team member comprehended his vision for the stories and the storytelling techniques. This is what we call collaboration. And the last most important quality is empathy. Empathy is have consideration by recognizing and considering the employee's feeling towards the project's decision and direction. Understanding is by identifying team member struggles during completing the task or projects, and concern by show that he or she care the obstacle and appreciate people's effort to obtain the goals. Here we know with a present of a leader with a great qualities as non-monetary benefits will achieve job satisfaction to people. Great leader will always make people to follow out of curiosity and loyal to stay in the company for a longer period. Okay, so I pass to my colleague back to wrap up everything. Thank you.
Okay, as a conclusion, exploring the job satisfaction reveals many factors influencing well-being at work. The insight highlight the dynamic nature of workplace happiness, blending both tangible and intangible elements. SHRM data indicates current employee satisfaction is the highest in the decade at 88%. The 2003 employer brand research reflects an evolving landscape with 69% of Malaysians emphasizing the significance of non-monetary benefits. Given this insight, organizations adopting a comprehensive approach to address financial and non-monetary aspects, foster positive workplace relationships, and exhibit effective leadership and poised to create environments promoting fulfillment, loyalty, productivity, and also shared success. So with that, I give back to our team leader, Mr. Aizwan. Thanks.
Okay, thank you guys. In conclusion, basically, I think job satisfaction is super important because it makes employees happy and excited about their work. So when people enjoy their work, they are more likely to help the company grow. So basically everyone win, employee happy and company will grow too. So that's all from our team, Doctor.
Thank you very much. Any question from our friends in the class? Ada soalan? Any question? Yeah, again,
No, sir.
nice slide. Nice slide, according to. Okay, nice slide.
Everybody has done very good slide lah.
Okay. Ada soalan tak? I want to ask a question if not. Can you go back to the second slide?
Second slide.
Second page, sorry. Second page of the slide.
1, 2, 3. Here, there.
This one. First slide, sorry. Sebelum tu. Before that. Sebelum. Before that.
Okay.
I think the first one lah.
Okay, ni satu.
Okay.
This one.
This is the one. Okay. Can you explain to me what's the meaning of adding this amalgam? Just now, slide just now. Okay. Can you explain to me what do you mean by understanding? No, the slide before.
Before. Sorry, Doktor. Yang mana, Doktor? Ini?
Yang first slide. Before
Ni
compensation and benefits.
Ni second, ni third.
Before
Sorry, saya breaking.
Introduction.
Introduction.
Yeah. Just now, introduction.
Yeah, Doktor. Introduction. Okay.
Okay. It says that the second paragraph says that understanding this amalgamation of factors is essential for organizations committed to cultivating a positive work environment. What do you mean by amalgamation of factors?
Fitri.
Come again.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Basically all the data is inside my laptop, so I cannot open my laptop basically. So I believe the phrase there is to take into consideration of many factors in terms of to make the positive work environment. Yeah.
All right. Can you listen to my voice? Dengar tak suara?
Dengar.
But kind of breaking.
That's why lah the networking. Okay. You look at the second paragraph, right? It says that understanding this amalgamation of factors is essential. What do you mean by amalgamation of factors?
Dengan izin. So amalgamation of factor ni basically adalah combination of various of elements, Doktor.
Combination of various elements. So that means compensation and benefits, supportive colleague, and great leader.
Yes.
Okay. Can you listen
Doctor,
to
your
me?
line is
Boleh dengar tak?
breaking. I think your line is breaking ke? I tak dengar suara doktor.
Yeah. Same.
Tak clear.
Ya, tak clear. Tadi tiba-tiba je senyap. Sunyi sepi.
I thought
Oh,
doktor think something ke tak nak cakap.
oh. Okay, sekarang ni boleh tak? Dengar tak?
Now I can hear you.
Sekarang
Okay.
boleh.
Alright. You said that the combination of these three factors, right? Betul.
Yeah. Three. Yeah.
Compensation. Is there any other factors that lead to the job satisfaction? I repeat, is there any other factors that lead to the job satisfaction?
Basically, it is. We got many factors that can lead to job satisfaction through our readings and discussion. So we pick these three that give the most crucial factor to everybody in the organization.
Okay, good. That's the answer. I just want to double check lah. Okay, because in conjunction with this statement, amalgamation of factors. Okay, can you go to which slide? Can you go to the next slide, please? Can you go to the slide, great leader? Okay. Next slide. Okay, next. Next lagi. Okay. Great leader quality. Where is the no, back. Great leader quality. Where is the sources that you get this from?
These sources I got from sorry, I just search back. Okay. I get from Simply Psychology. This is for my research.
From
And
Simply
Simply Psychology.
Oh, the website, is it?
Yes, website.
Okay. Yeah. Just as of my suggestion to group number 2, if you get this additional information beside organizational behavior, you should quote on your slide also. Boleh dengar?
Is it for group 3, right?
Yes, correct. But if you get this information apart from your organizational behavior punya slide, you should mention it on your slide. Where is the sources of information?
All right. Okay, I understand.
Okay, because why? If you refer to management or principles of management punya subject, active listening, empathy is also part of active listening.
I see. Okay.
Okay. So, for example, if there is any what we call clashes of information, then the viewer will know, oh, this is also correct because you quote from certain academic website or certain people who talk about this great leader quality. So that's
Okay, I
why
understand.
citation is
Okay.
very important.
Oh, okay. Because this is
Noted, Doctor.
I separate based on organizational. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Doctor.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Thank.
One question, Doctor. As we refer to a lot of data or information from internet, does all the information or data acceptable academically?
It is preferable that you took the academic data or what we call even empirical data, which was quoted academically, because sometimes from the website or from the what we call apa dipanggil tu, I lose the word already. Just from the any of the website, it is not dependable lah, kan? If it is from the academic website, if it's from journals, or even from those figures, public figures like ministries or something like that, it is quite strong, all right? Because some website like blogs and everything pun kita tak boleh nak percaya sangat. So in an academic point of view, you should quote from the very dependable website. Okay, ni tak apalah on the degree level, it's okay lah. But on maybe on the postgraduate level, they will ask you where is the sources of information. Is information reliable or not? Is there any other? For me, I would like to expose you with the academic kind of presentation, and in which that you are able to try to get the information academically. Macam
Doctor,
itulah.
Doctor, how about research or survey done by a private company?
Okay, research and survey done by a private company on the undergraduate level is still acceptable. Okay, unless it is proven otherwise, right? Unless there is other research to show otherwise.
Okay.
Okay, noted, Doctor. Thank you.
Okay. But it's a good presentation anyway, because I remember that you said one of the factor is is a good manager, and then you support it with the survey from Australia, right? Saying that 96% of the employee quits because they don't have a good relationship with the manager. So this survey support what you have presented also, and this is an example of a good, arguments with good premises. Okay, thank you. Group number 3. We'll continue our slide before we go to group number 4. Okay. Okay, we'll talk about perception. Can you see the slide right now?
And
Okay. Is my voice clear right now?
here, Doctor.
Okay, good. Okay, perception is kalau bahasa Malaysia persepsi lah, alright? What is your opinion about things, right? Is it perception is a process actually, right? By which individual organize and interpret their sensory impressions in order to give meaning to the environment. You saw something, it is not a fact, but it is a perception, right? The world as it is perceived is the world that is behaviorally important. It means that people's behavior is based on their perception of what reality is, not on the reality itself. Okay, people will use their perception of reality, okay, not reality itself, because when you perceive something of one occasion or incident, doesn't mean that other people will perceive the same way. Okay, you have to remember that. Okay, these are the factors influencing the perception, which is situation. This is the thing that you give opinion of, you give perception of, and then you have the perceiver who give the perception and the target. Okay, situation, perceiver, and the target. Okay, target is the thing that you give perception. Okay, situation is what happened during the incident. Okay, perception is studied, and one of the theory studied the perception is called attribution theory. Attribution theory suggests that perceivers, say for example, we ourselves look at certain thing, we are the perceivers, try to attribute or try to what we call try to describe something, right? Or try to make judgment to the observed behavior to a type of cause. Okay, all right. We give meanings or we give attribute to a situation should be based on internal and external. First, behavior is believed to be under the personal control of the individual. If you see certain behavior, a person behave in certain way, it should be either internally, which is behavior believed to be under his or her personal control, or externally, the behavior, okay, is by outside events or causes that force him or her to behave in certain way, whether internal or external. External to maybe because of the surroundings, okay, environment, persekitaran, so on and so forth. But internal is because of himself. How do we determine? Suara saya okay lagi ya? Tak pecah
Okay, Doctor.
Okay. How we determine that particular behavior is externally caused or internally caused? Macam mana? You tengok seorang behave in certain way, okay? You want to judge whether this is externally or internally, okay? There are three factors you have to look at. Distinctiveness, whether an individual display different behavior and in different situation. Situation number 1, he act differently, sad. Situation number 2, happy. Situation number 3, feel funny. Or situation number 3, he feel calm or cold. Okay, different situation, different behavior. That is called distinctiveness. And you should also look at the consensus. Thus, everyone who face a similar situation respond in the same way as the individual did. Okay, other people, right, face situation number 1, the reaction of behavior is the same with that individual. So as situation number 2, so as situation number 3, is the majority of person behave the same way as that individual did. Number 3, consistency. Does the person respond the same way over time? That's consistency. Okay, it looks to see if the responses is the same over time. All right. If you go to the situation number 1, the same responses. Right. Situation number 2, the same responses over time. Situation number 3, the same responses as the individual over and over the time. That's consistency. Okay. These, as what I mentioned, these are the factors that determine that behavior is because internal or external. Okay. You look at that particular behavior. Okay. The first factor you see, as what we have mentioned just now, is distinctiveness. Okay. What is distinctiveness again? Whether display different behavior in different situation. Okay. If it is distinctiveness is high, all right, it is externally caused because of the environment, right? Because of the maybe situation at that particular time. Okay. He goes to one place, he's very happy. He goes to other place, sad. He goes to other places, calm. So this is because of the externally caused. But if the distinctiveness is low, okay, maknanya dia pergi tempat yang berlainan, the same behavior, kan? So it will be internally caused. And then you look at the second factor, consensus. Again, does everyone who face a similar situation respond in the same way as individual did? Consensus. The other person, other people go to the same, go to the situation number 1. Other people also behave the same as that particular individual. Situation number 2. Okay, other person also behave the same way as that particular individual. Situation number 3, also the same behavior as that particular individual. So it is highly consensus. So because of that, that particular behavior is externally caused. But if the consensus is low, whereby other people behave different way in situation number 1, also in situation number 2, and also in situation number 3, they behave differently from that individual. So it is low in consensus. So that means that particular individual's behavior is internally caused, yeah, because of himself. Okay. Individual behavior, the third determinant or the third factor is consistency. Okay. Does the person respond the same way over the time? Go situation number 1. All right. The behavior is as previously. Goes to situation number 2. The behavior is also as previously at the situation number 2. Go to situation number 3. Also the same. So that means consistency. All right. So that means it is internally caused. Rizwana asks distinctiveness, a specific form of expression of emotion. No. Distinctiveness is perbezaan behavior antara satu situasi dengan situasi yang lain. That's distinctiveness. Okay. Katakan contoh how is it relate to the office, to the office environment. Okay. Katakan bila seseorang masuk ke bilik, katakan finance department, kan? Dia keluar bilik tu, dia rasa stres. Dia masuk pula kepada maybe HR department. Masuk, dia keluar happy. Katakan dia pergi other department like logistik, dia masuk, dia keluar, dia calm, rasa biasa je. Kan? Itu distinctiveness. That is because highly external. And then the second factor, you tengok orang lain pun sama tak behavior. Dia pergi ke finance department, dia rasa stress. Finance department yang pertama tadi. Dia pergi ke admin, HR department, dia rasa happy. Dia pergi ke logistik department, dia rasa calm. So that means it's consensus. This is because externally caused. So that means, right? Okay, behavior dia bukan disebabkan behavior dia tu sendiri. Dia masuk office finance, dia rasa stres. Kan? Kalau dia pergi masuk finance apa stres, tempat lain pun stres, maknanya it is internally caused. Dia stres ni. Kan? Stres ni sebabkan dia. Tapi you see, okay? Orang lain pun consistency, orang lain consensus, orang lain pun pergi finance department, keluar ke stres, tak happy. So there must be something wrong with the environment in the finance department. Nampak tak? So it's depending by environment. Yes, correct. Nampak tak? Faham tak? Okay. Dengar tak apa yang saya cakap ni?
Dengar, Prof.
Dengar, Doktor.
Dengar.
Dengar,
Okay,
Doktor.
right. So in conclusion, right, when we attribute or when we perceive somebody, for example, or your employee, so you have to remember that particular behavior is caused by either internally or externally. And before you jump into the conclusion, you have to see these determinants, whether distinctiveness, consensus, or consistency. Because sometimes staff is happy, right, working with your company, but when they reach ataupun when they go or they experience one situation, be it in the department or be it a policy or be it an environment, be it other places, they feel happy. So that means it is not internally caused but externally caused. Okay. So what's the link between perception and decision making? Decision making occurs as a reaction to a perceived problem. Remember, decision making occurs as a reaction to a perceived problem. So you need to perceive certain thing very well. Perception influences awareness that a problem exists. Perception influences the interpretation and evaluation of information. And perception influences bias of analysis and conclusion. So before we perceive something, you should be careful on your perception. And the other way around, all right? You have to make sure that your employee must have a good perception or must have the same perception of what the management or the company have, right? Say, for example, if you want to create a new policy, all right, make sure when you distributed this policy that people or staff have a same understandings of what managers have, right? If not, the policies will be perceived differently. That's why some company kan, the management team have a good intention to have a new policy, but it was perceived differently. So what do we need to do? A suggestion is just that you have to communicate, educate, facilitate with the employee. Perception itself. Okay, good dengar. All right. Rational decision-making model. Okay. Before we continue, can we go to the next team? Team member, team number 4, right? Group number 4, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay, let me stop the sharing. Okay. Dengan segala hormatnya dipersilakan.
Okay, cue music.
All right.
Joke,
Just
guys.
give
Joking,
one
joking.
sec
Just
Okay.
to find the screen.
Ms. Rizwana, can I double confirm your team member?
Yes, sir. So our team member, we are
7,
group
right?
4.
7 members, right?
Yes, sir. We are 7 members.
You, Ms. Ching Yong Yong,
Yes,
Mr. Tanabalan, Ms.
correct.
Siti Sabrina, Mr. Muhammad Zari Iskandar,
Yes.
Mr. Prabu, and also Mr.
Yeah.
Nasrul Izam. Okay.
Yes, correct.
All right. Okay, proceed.
All right. Assalamualaikum and good evening. I hope everyone is still awake. Sorry, not to say that this class is boring, but I understand it's still late at night and the whole mood is a bit low, but it's okay. And I'll try not to, drag this for too long. So we'll begin. I feel same as the previous groups. We have also chosen the same topic, which is 3 causes of job satisfaction. And we'll be presenting this slide by myself. I will just be doing the introduction, Mr. Tana and Mr. Nasrul, and I believe Mr. Zarit will be doing the next slides. Okay, so as I said, the introduction will be done by me, and we are also going to be highlighting the importance of job satisfaction and the efforts that has to be made to achieve job satisfaction and the causes of job satisfaction, and also we will have a conclusion. All right. So through our research, we have found that in the early 1930s is where employers start to do the research to find out about the causes of job satisfaction. So this is just to determine how and what are the factors which can determine the job satisfaction for an employee. And these factors can be changed as per the current predicament one might be facing in life. So just a small example, I feel like since the COVID pandemic, most of us, our job satisfaction is more to monetary. It's like monetarily, we need to make more money is, I feel like, what everyone has that mindset nowadays, because, we can see they are looking for jobs which can cater to other, meaning giving them chances to do other businesses on the side to get extra income. So yeah, in an organization, I feel like it's very important to know what can give your employees the satisfaction to encourage them to come to work, to also help grow your organization. And yeah, also create a positive environment. And, since we're all going back into the office now, so we need to learn how to socialize again and all that. So to create basically an environment where everyone can work together. And yeah, basically that. So on to the next one, please.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Okay, I hope you guys
Yes.
can. Okay. Good evening, doctor and everyone. Okay. So what effort need to be made to achieve the job satisfaction? Okay. Hello. Sorry.
Yeah, continue.
Okay. So what effort need to be made to achieve the job satisfaction? For individual initiative or individual point of view, we need to have the self-reflection. You guys need to recognize your individual strengths, weaknesses, values, and passion. Align your career choices with your unique skills and personal interests. And you guys need to have personal goal setting. You need to establish pragmatic, attainable, professional objective, break down overarching goals into smaller, more manageable tasks. And you guys need to balance between your work and life, and you need to define clear boundaries between your professional and personal space. You need to prioritize and allocate dedicated time for your family, hobbies, or maybe for relaxation. Okay, for organizational measure, or to be specific for the company need to have the role clarity, need to ensure every team member comprehends their roles and responsibility, need to set the reasonable expectation and provide consistent constructive feedback. And for the company and organizational, need to provide acknowledgement and incentive, need to recognize and reward employees for their noteworthy contribution, implement an equitable and transparent system for acknowledging achievement. And for the company and organizational, need to create a positive workplace environment, cultivate a workplace culture that foster positively and collaboration, create an environment that is both physically and maybe for emotionally secure. And move to the next slide. And thank you, guys.
Hi, sorry. 1 second. Can you see me as well? Yeah, because my camera's not working. Okay, so now this slide, thank you very much. Let me just continue. From customer service associates, truck drivers, police officers, CEO, engineers, and more, we all want the same thing, job satisfaction. Yeah, job satisfaction, for your information, as you all are aware, is a feeling of acceptance and well-being and outstandings, or a place in an organization that is generally measured along a continuum, continuum being from satisfied, positive, high to dissatisfied, negative, or low. That's the measuring point that is given as an example. Okay, according to an article in Time magazine, today there are 3 billion working people around the world. 40% of them would probably say that they are satisfied at work, which means about 1.8 billion or almost 2 billion people are actually not satisfied at work. According to a survey powered by Dropbox, which is also in an article which I will share later on, about 50% of workers reported being happy and satisfied with their jobs. While this rate has climbed the past decade, it is still lower than it was in the 80s and 90s. I can safely say that this is also taking into the consideration of the pandemic and all that. So what does that do to us at the organization that we work in? We ask. If we look into the financial aspects, organizations have a lot of satisfied employees and have 3 times the revenue growth compared to organizations where that is not true. And the employees in these organizations usually outperforms in Bursa Malaysia by a factor of 3. And if we look into employee turnover, it is half of the organization that have a lot of unhappy employees. The miracle of this is organizations do not have to spend more money to make this happen. We're looking at the qualitative point of things. It is not about the pool tables and the free lunch box and the free bean bags. It's about how employees are treated by their leaders and by their peers. So here are 3 causes that creates job satisfaction. In organizations that employees feel content, you will find that 2 things that are present, and that is trust and respect. As leaders, we often say we trust our employees, we empower our employees. And then when an employee needs a laptop, and this is a personal experience, 10 people have to approve this particular laptop. And so for the employee, for the best, the worst, all the words are right, but 10 levels of approval for a laptop. Come to think of it, you actually spend a laptop on the approval. Yeah. The result of this makes the employee feel maybe they are really not trusted. So what can organizations do to have a high level of trust? This brings me to the next point, which luxury hotel group that comes to mind, which I used to work, which is Mandarin Oriental Group. They have magnificent properties all around the world. Being a former employee of the group myself, as an employee, I was told this: never say no to your clients, always offer the alternative. To hand that trust to me as an employee to do whatever I think is right made me feel great. And this is why Mandarin Oriental is known for delivering some of the best service in the world. The next cause I want to talk about is fairness. The thing that erodes trust in an organization faster than anything else is when we feel that we are being treated unfairly. As employees, we all want to be treated the same, regardless of our rank, tenure, or age, or our experience or job category compared to anyone else. When I think about great organizations who get fairness right, the first organization that comes to mind is Sunway Group. According to a report in the Star post-COVID and also recognized by Deloitte as Malaysia's best managed companies and top 10 most attractive companies according to Randstad as well, Sunway Group has rolled out a comprehensive, ongoing internal communication, educational, health and wellness campaign to address the welfare and well-being of its employees during lockdown. Even during this lockdown, Sunway Group did not back down in their promises to be a great employer. In the early stages of the national immunization program in 2019, Sunway Group worked tirelessly to devise and implement a long list of programs and activities to support and sustain the overall well-being and health for each employees across all ranks, resulting in the group achieving more than 95% vaccination rate among these employees. So the article that came out in the Star was actually pointing out this as a drive to drive more other people to actually go into vaccination for during COVID. Yeah. So the third cause to the job satisfaction here is listening. To be a listener who connects with all kinds of people, we have to also unlearn a few things. We've all been taught about active listening and eye contact, an intense stare, and a compassionate look. That's not listening, to be honest with you. Repeating what the person says, that's also not listening. Being humble and always hunting and searching for the best idea possible, that's what listening is. And employees like us can feel better if you are doing better or not. We as employees want to know when they talk to you to share an idea. If we consider it when we make a decision, The one thing that everybody appreciates and wants when they are speaking is to know that what they say matters so much that you might actually change your mind. Otherwise, what's the point of the conversation, right? Next slide, please. In conclusion, let's talk about change from an employee perspective. In this lifetime, we all know the things that we need to change, the things we need to do differently. The way we behave, the way we treat others, the way we respond, the way we support the organization defines the work experience for everyone around us. Changing to be a better person, the world is littered with those failures, but changing because there's something you believe in, some purpose that you have, where you are willing to risk almost everything that is so important to you, that's the reason to change. And for me, that's very important as well. If it doesn't work for you, then you should probably find a different place to work, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our presentation for today. Thank you very much. This is Group 4.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Tana. Any question from our classmates? From our friends? Tak ada? Ada ke tak ada? Okay. Kalau tak ada, I just want to ask you a question. Can you go back to the slide? What caused job satisfaction? Okay. Again, where do you get this information from?
This information is actually taken from Time Magazine. I can share you the link. Actually, it's not an information. I wrote this myself. So I'm actually paraphrasing here as well. So, and no empirical data.
As per other group members, my suggestion is just that you can put the resources from where do you get information from. Okay.
Sure.
Because academically in the you can also refer to the slide given that was proven academically. But for me, I'm okay with other answers or other feedbacks or presenting other answers. But it's just that you need to put the resources. Where do you get information from?
Certainly. We should have that as well. We can put this. Shall I put it in here as just to show you where I got it from? I'll be happy to, because I have those articles already. Because I refer them from the published articles.
Okay, noted.
And
It's okay.
and most of the answer in our slide, Doctor, basically also from our experience lah, because kita punya background semua working adult, so kita ambil inspirasi daripada kita punya background jugalah.
That's the point I want to highlight, because we want to share where do you get this information from. Okay, because I share with you from the academic point of view, and you share with me with your practical experiences, and you should inform us lah through in the slide the sources of information. Yeah, like what causes job satisfaction from the point of
So can we make amendment for the
experience
reference
point of view? Okay, thank you.
So, sir, Doctor, we need to make amendments for the reference to make sure
no need to
it's from up.
It's okay. No need to amend. It's okay.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Okay. Thank you very much. Good presentation also, group number 4. Can we invite fifth group? I think last but not least, right?
Yes, correct.
Number 5.
Yeah, we have. Correct. Let me start the video. Okay, of course, myself is Dennis. So we are in group 5. We should have 7 members. Unfortunately, Lina was in the first semester, so we have to pull her out. I think the admin pull her out, so we are left with 6 members now. Okay.
Okay. Just to double check, Mr. Dennis. Your team member is Mr. Said, Mr. Dennis, Miss Candy Adam, betul?
Correct.
Candy
Yeah.
Mujan Adam, Miss Eti,
Yes.
Mr. Marvin Pillay, and Mr. Desmond Watson.
Yes. That will be the 6 of us. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Right. Okay, we will start. So we are group
Mhm.
5. We are now in the organizational behavior topics. And we are here, you look at the slide. So our group here, we all came from different states. We one of us is from Sarawak, one from two actually from Sabah, and then the rest from Semenanjung. So okay, that's me with the long sleeve there. My name is there, return Dennis, and then I am being selected to be the group leaders here. So out of the 6 of us, 1, 2, 3, 3 of us will be doing the presentation, and ZT will be behind the laptop, scrolling the screen for us. Okay. So okay, let's start. So we have chosen, like everybody, we have chosen job satisfaction as well. Okay, let me go back one more slide. Previous slide. Let me introduce the team member. So we have here Candy. Candy is from Sarawak, and she is working in the procurement and QA QC department. And then beside her will be the handsome man side there. Side is from Setiawan, Kuala Lumpur. Setiawangsa, Kuala Lumpur. And you want to learn how to fly, you look for Mr. Said. He is a flight instructor in Kuala Lumpur. Below there, you see Marvin, marvelous Marvin. He is from Kepong Baru, KL. He is a business owner, and he is doing business. He is by himself. Next to Marvin is our amazing Zeti there. She is the one that doing this slide for us. Thanks to Zeti. She is in the sales, marketing, and business development. She's in the hotel lines. And last but not least, the young man there, Desmond. Desmond is from the land below the wind, Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. So he is working as a site acquisition officer. Oh, I forgot myself. I'm working in Sanakan, Sabah. My home is in KL. I work here, and I'm in the hotel industries. I'm working in a hotel. Okay. Let's go into it. We are doing presenting job satisfaction. So I'm doing the introduction, and then after me will be done by Desmond. Okay. So we have 3 presenters this evening. Okay. So all of us selected to do job satisfaction here. So job satisfaction plays a pivotal role in organizational behavior. So influencing employee morale, productivities, and overall organizational success. Yeah. So now with the understanding, we need to understand the factors contributing to job factors satisfaction is crucial in creating a positive working environment and fostering employees' engagement. Next, please. Yeah. So somehow or other, job satisfaction is not only about being happy at work. It is also about how employees feel their job in a big pictures way, emotionally, mentally, and physically. In simpler terms, it is how fulfilled and content they are with what they do and where they work. Okay. And lastly, in this world, in the fast-paced and competitive world of business today, paying attention to job satisfaction is crucial. It is like a secret ingredient for creating a workplace that not only survives but thrives. When employees are happy with their job, they are more likely to be enthusiastic, driven, and dedicated to making the company to succeed and be successful. That's all from me. I will let the Desmond take over. Desmond, are you there,
Okay.
Desmond?
Yes, Mr. Dennis. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Dennis. So in this presentation, we have listed down 3 factors where job satisfactory can be achieved by an employee. So the first factor is recognition, reward, growth, and opportunities. Acknowledgement for one's contribution along with opportunities for career advancement and personal growth are essential elements that contribute to job satisfactory. Feeling recognized for hard work and achieving milestone, as well as having opportunities for skill development or promotion can significantly impact an employee's satisfaction with their job. Fair compensation, including benefits and rewards, also plays a crucial role in how satisfied an employee feels in their roles. Okay, the next factor is corporate social responsibility, CSR. So another important factor that leads to the job satisfactory is through CSR, where it provides the employee a great sense of identity with the company that he or she is working for. Social responsibility can be more important than financial success in determining how much a person identifies with his or her workplace. Employees will be keener in volunteering to help others in order to retain the company's good culture and ethics. Organization that creates corporate social responsibility programs that are meaningful to their employees and align with the organization's value can see direct links to achieving business goals. CSR programs also attracts new or hidden talent as well as retaining employees by keeping them engaged and stimulating productivity. Let me elaborate a little more. By having CSR, such as charity runs, donation events, blood donation, working for the community, employees will be able to do outside activity whereby it can release some stress from working at the office. Through this CSR also, it can gather employees from other departments. By doing this, it can strengthen the bond between employees from different departments. When an employee feels fresh and know of their newfound colleagues from different departments, it will tend to make the organization to have a bond between employees. And it can also, this will make them help each other from different departments voluntarily and work as a team. This will help to boost the company's performance and recognition. This is also will create a better organization citizenship behavior. At the same time, the employers also will be able to do an assessment on their employees in order to detect new and hidden talent. So for the next presentation, I will pass it to my team member, Mr. Shed.
Testing. All right, so can everyone hear first?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go over the third factor for the job satisfaction. 1 second. So I will be elaborating on the contribution towards job satisfaction for work environment and organizational culture. First of all, in work environment, or in other words, is social and physical setting in a workplace. Obviously, there are multiple elements that contribute to this, but I will be just pushing into just a small part into the topic, which is work-life balance and social relationship. So first of all, when it comes to work-life balance, I think at the top of everyone's list is, to name a few, is maybe work hours, be it time flexibility or Upon recent popularity since post-COVID, remote working option, which is not an option prior to COVID, if I were to make aware. And second part of the work-life balance satisfaction is autonomy. Autonomy in the sense of an employee have some sense of freedom in their work environment. It could be something as small of an example, say a non-specified break hours, because I think it depends from company to company that there are certain employment where you have a fixed, let's say break hour, 1 to 2, for example, and given that there is some flexibility there, I think it would gives more of a satisfaction towards the employee. Let's say if they cannot fulfill that time limit, and then they can do it within their own time. Another part of this is social relationship, which is dynamic among peers and superiors in the workplace. Employee tends to have more content with jobs if they have good relationship among co-workers and superiors. There's a study from a statistic from Randstad in 2021. It shows that how happy people are at work in terms of their relationship with co-workers and superiors ranks number 1 in terms of job satisfaction, above the factor of pay or compensation itself. So individually, I think we would assume that maybe one of our top priorities when it comes to considering new jobs will be the pay and compensation, but evidently statistics shows that above that itself is actually the communication within employees and superior. So going into the second part is, oh no, not yet. Still the same slide. Yeah. Second part is organizational culture. In layman term, or in the essence, is just the company beliefs and values. But I will just go into like 2 part into this particular topic, which is the governing method of a certain organization or company. First, we have the authoritative structure. This is usually very hierarchy dependent mode of conduct, where usually leaders or managerial position in that company have a very strong presence in the decision making. There is a drawback to this style of structure. Employees or individual tend to have their inputs or idea repressed, as usually the final decision will be concluded by the higher management. And there's also a side effect or a byproduct of micromanagement when it comes to authoritative structure. Micromanagement, I think we are aware in the sense of, I think the group previously, group 4, had mentioned a good example where when you have you need to receive a laptop from your company, and you need 10 people to authorize for you to finally get a laptop. But in a different way to see it is, there's a bottleneck of where sometimes there's small decision, or maybe generally a decision to be made, but it takes too much of a layer to finalize a decision that could. Hello?
2 more minutes.
Okay. It takes too much of a layer for a decision to be made. And then you have second, the open-minded structure. This one is very straightforward, which is it's more of a discussion. It promotes individual contribution, but there's also a disadvantage of this, which is if you have too many say in a certain group or in a certain company, sometimes it takes too long to make a decision, because you have to take everybody's say into consideration. So we're gonna conclude. So in conclusion, job satisfaction definitely is crucial for both employee and organization. It's safe to say it's definitely a two-way street relationship that benefits both the companies and the employer. But however, there's something to be noted. As we are aware, the workforce going through a generational shift currently, which is the new generation of workforce going into. And then there's an issue of job retention across companies. So it seems like the later generation is reliant to retain their job for values that is according to job satisfaction. So it is important that companies cultivate job satisfaction to address the issues and as well as increase overall productivity and performance. That will be all for Group 5. Thank you very much.
Okay, any questions
Thank you.
from our colleagues here? Ada soalan? Tak ada. Okay. It seems like for me also tak ada soalan. Mr. Said and Co. Okay, Said and Co. Actually presented the slide in which that all the basic answers were followed were with the reference to my slide here. All right, to the slides given by me previously. Okay, good. Which is good. All right. I just
Thank
want
you.
to make the conclusion to all the inclusive to all the presenters, all the group number 5. One good thing here is because they follow all the slides, because all the main points inside the slide are actually from the academic study. Of course, sometimes it's different from what we have practiced, but that is where the empirical studies are made of. So in relation to this, what you can do if you want to relate to what you have presented is what you have worked, your experience and everything, is just that you just follow the answer, the points from the slide, and then after that you relate to what is your experience. And for my opinion, it's just like group number 1 just now. Okay, all the answers are there, right, in the slides, but they have able to relate all the answers to what they practice in terms of work. All right. Okay. Secondly, is just that I prefer, and maybe when you present during work, right? If you have what we call proposals or presentation to your boss, right? I prefer that you can write. I mean, your words in the presentation is simpler, for at least 1 sentences in your words in your presentation, and you can elaborate on that particular sentences. Okay, Mr. Jack. All right. Noted.
Yeah, noted, Doctor.
Okay.
So,
So,
one question, Doctor. One question. I remember attending your class, the class last class. You said the presentation should be only 9 minutes. So do we need to stick on 9 minutes, or we can go past 9 minutes?
There is a buffer actually. Presentations actually 10 minutes, can be between 8 to 12 minutes. 2 minutes buffer before or after, right? If it is less than 10 minutes, can, but not less than 8 minutes. If it is over 10 minutes, can, it should be less than 12 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Because we prepare the presentation based on your, you said 9 or 10 minutes. Okay, yeah.
Okay, noted. All right, let us finish our slide, talk with webinar number 3 here. Let me share the slide first. Okay, now we are discussing on the approaches to decision making. Okay, pendekatan when you make a decision making. All right, first approach is called rational decision making model. Okay, basically decision making is done by individuals for organizations, right? Or a group of individuals. So the first model, or we can say the first process is rational decision making. Okay, as the word itself is rational, right? It's actually means that all is there, all right? The information is there, is enough, right? It has been practices previously, and also they are processed in the rational decision-making model. For example, the process is defining the problem, identify the decisions criteria to solve the problem, and then all the criteria needed to solve the problem, you put the weight. Which criteria is the most important? Which criteria is the least important? And then, in order to what we call to decide, you develop several alternatives for the decision, and then you can even evaluate the alternatives, and then you select the best alternative. Okay, this is an approach of the rational decision making. All right. Okay. Second model or second approaches is a bounded rationality. The limited information processing capability of human beings makes it impossible to assimilate and understand all the information necessary to optimize. Okay, it means that people seek solutions that are satisfactory and sufficient rather than optimal. So that means there are certain situations in which that you no need to have every information in hand when you make decision. Only certain information, important information, then you are able to make decision. They call it satisfies. Okay. The simplest example is that when you buy your car, do you have all the information about the car, about financing, about the processes and everything, or you only have certain information, then you decide to buy that particular car? Macam mana? You beli kereta you rasa you ada complete information tak when you bought a car? Ataupun you tengok model, kan? For me, I tengok model, I tengok design, tahun, CC, harga, okay, loan lulus berapa, itu je. I tak tengok apa, okay, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in how many seconds, kan? Kan? The technical specification of the engine, mungkin orang lain, I tak. So that means I satisfies, right? When making decision in buying car, I satisfies. This is the example of bounded rationality. Yes, depends on the individual. Bounded rationality is actually constructing simplified models that extract only the essential features from problems without capturing all the complexity. This is also may happen as a manager. Okay. In bounded rationality is just that it say that simpler than rational decision making. Decision making under bounded rationality is composed of 3 steps. limited research for criteria and alternative, which is familiar criteria and easily found alternative, limited review of alternative, focus on alternative similar to those already in effect, and you take the action, which is satisficing, selecting the first alternative that is good enough. You may have a review also as per rationality. In bounded rationality, you also table out few alternative in decision making, and also you select the best. Okay, it's just that for bounded rationality, you don't have a lot of information. You don't have every information, but you have important info, just key informations to let you decide. All right, this is bounded rationality. The third one, the third approach is intuitive decision making. Intuition tu apa? What is intuition?
Rasa, gerak rasa.
Gerak hati, gerak rasa, your naluri. All right.
It's the it's the like gut feeling lah. You think I
Yes,
can do
gut
do
feeling.
it.
Correct. Correct. So this is the third approach, a non-conscious process created out of distilled experience. What is distilled experience? Tak payah terangkan lah, I right click saja. Purified, refined, condensed. So the more experience you have, the more distilled is the experience it is. Okay. It increases with experience and then can be a powerful complement to rational analysis in decision making. Because sometimes when you just follow 100% rational analysis, you may have you may didn't follow your guts feeling. You may didn't follow the human side of the decision making, right? That's why you have another approach, which is the intuitive decision making. This is about the decision making. All right. On the decision making, there are constraints, right? The organizational constraints in decision making is first performance evaluation. Okay, when manager make decision, they have to follow certain things. Then it may limit the decision making alternative, which is you have to follow the performance evaluation. You have to follow the reward system, formal regulation, and then time constraint or system imposed time constraint. And sometimes it's because of the historical precedence. It means that somebody or a manager before you have made certain decision in which that everybody follows that particular decision. That is also one thing that limit your decision making. I faced that before. Okay, I want to make certain decision and my employee said that, oh, manager sebelum ni tak buat macam tu. Okay, there must be pros and cons on that. Right? There should be pros and cons on that. There must be reasons on that. Might be good or might be bad. Right? But
Hey,
still,
doctor.
it constrains you. Yeah.
Hey, doctor. Sometimes high level manager join another company lah. So when you join in, let's say like myself, hotel managers, I just joined this hotel.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you come in, you try to make some decision. The older staff here will tell you, hey, last time we don't do like this. Last time we don't do this. We don't do this. So either you want to enforce your rules or you listen to them and no, nothing is correct, nothing is right. I don't think we need to bulldoze our way in. Thank you.
That's a big decision also. Yes, correct. But even small decision also is being limited by historical precedent. For example, when you make a meeting, kita nak biasalah Malaysia kalau meeting mesti makan punya kan. Okay, we want to decide which cafe we want to you want to buy. Cafe 1, 2 and 3 kan. We want to decide cafe 3 because maybe cafe 3 have an alternative prices is good, better kan. Makanan di fresh, but then staff as staff said before this we always order cafe number 1. Okay. Even the smallest decision also has been limited by the historical precedents. Tengok-tengok so investigate, cafe number 1 tu ada relation dengan bosses, dia punya boss ada relationship kan. That's why lah they make a decision macam tu. Okay, just to highlight that as a manager we have constraints. We have constraints in making decision. Is how you're going to adapt, or will you able to change those decisions. Okay, ethical frameworks for decision making related to ethics, which should play a role in decision making. There, in the statement here, it says that there are 3 ethical criteria that influence decision. The first one, utilitarianism. Provide the greatest good for the greater number. So the greater, the bigger number, the bigger benefits for the bigger number supersedes the harm for the least of number. Utilitarianism. You understand or not? Faham tak? Okay. Benefit untuk ramai, okay, supersede benefit untuk orang yang sedikit. That's utilitarianism. Faham? Yeah. The keyword is cannot make everyone happy. Betul. Right? This is why I like to teach experienced students. Okay. The rights. Okay. The second ethical criteria. Make decision consistent with fundamental liberties and privileges. Right. The third one is justice. Impose and enforce rules fairly and impartially so that there is an equal distribution of benefits and costs. The 3 ethical frameworks in decision making. And then there is a research in behavioral ethics in which that researchers have been exploring the field of behavioral ethics, which looks at how people behave when they are confronted with ethical dilemmas. Study shows that we don't always follow the ethical standard promoted by our own organization, and sometimes also violate our own standards. That's why we need to study on the behavioral ethics, is analyzing how people actually behave when confronted with ethical dilemma. When you study principles of management, you realize that in order to make a conclusion whether certain behavior is ethical or unethical, it is not as simple as it is, okay? Because there are certain processes or moderating factors that lead to the conclusion whether it is ethical or unethical. Okay, first you look at his ethical principle. Where's the level of ethical principle? And then you have to look at the organizational culture. Okay, you have to look at the structure, rules and regulation, procedures, and then you look at the how much is the greatness of harm on that particular dilemma. This is what behavioral ethics is all about, right? You analyze whether certain behavior is ethical or unethical, because certain behaviors will create certain dilemmas. Some say that it is ethical, some say that it's not ethical, but within the process, the thing is you need to look between the process. The person itself, you see his or her practical level of principle ethical, and then the surrounding environment, okay, the structure of the organization, right? The incentive also. This is what behavioral ethics is all about. Okay, before we end our class today, just let me highlight few things. First, let me share the schedule here. Mana dia nak share? Okay. Okay, our activity for this semester. There will be a quiz, okay? You have to answer the quiz. The quiz will open on 30th of December, starting from 12:01 AM. So malam 29 tu, lepas pukul 12, 1 tengah malam, okay, jatuh pada 30 hari bulan, so you can answer the quiz already. And the quiz will be open until 5th of January 2024. So it will be 1 week. Tetapi, once you log into the quiz, you have to answer all the question. The questions are very simple, just true and false, and also the multiple choices. It's about 20 questions. 20 questions only. You have 1 hour. Topic number 1, 2, and 3.
So regarding this in UROX, there's one quiz question. Do we need to do that?
No, you have to answer only after on the 12th midnight. Maybe that one is last semester one. I'm not sure about that. I have to ask admin also. But that one is not for this semester's quiz.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one
we just
says
ignore.
date 2021, doctor. So I think they have to remove it already since 2021.
Yeah, correct. Okay. I'll give big feedback to the admin also. A genuine question will be only available on 30th December, which is on Saturday, but actually it's already open like standard time lah kan, Jumaat malam Sabtu. So Jumaat tu selepas 12 malam dia jadi Sabtu, so you can answer that. Okay, until Friday 5th of January 11:59 PM. So you have ample time to answer, even though you have a lot of work because you are working and everything, but still you have ample time. You can either do on weekends, 30th and 31st, or you can do on weekdays, 1st until 5th. Okay, malam ke siang ke, it's up to you. Kan? Any question?
No,
Doktor,
Doc, thank you.
itu topik 1 sampai 4 ke?
1 sampai 3 sahaja.
1 sampai 3, thank you, Doktor.
Okay. All right. The next webinar is on the 6th, okay? Habis on the 6th, right? Habis saja quiz tu, malam tu ada kelas. Okay. I will postpone the class presentation on webinar number 5. 4. Is it okay? Or you nak buat nombor 3? You nak buat juga on the webinar number 3? Or you want me to postpone to webinar number 4?
4 can, doctor, no problem.
4, Okay, I postpone to webinar number 4. All right. The topic of the presentation, I'll inform you later in the group. Boleh?
Boleh, Doc.
Doc,
Okay.
can I ask a question?
Can.
How to say? My schedule is very tight, so I would appreciate if everything is updated on the Europe calendar then, because all my schedule is down there. Is
Oh,
it
I see.
possible? If it is possible, because we have WhatsApp group, then we have Europe, then we have calendar.
Because I'm not in. You have to feedback to the admin, because my control is at the WhatsApp group only. I can update you guys in the WhatsApp group lah.
Oh, okay. You control through WhatsApp group lah, right? Okay.
Mine is controlled to WhatsApp group. Boleh? Another sacrifice. A sacrifice for your study. Any other question before we go?
No, Doc. Thank you.
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So see you next webinar, which is on the 6th of January. For those who say Christmas, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Sebab selepas ni pun kita tak jumpa dah kan until next year.
Thank you,
So
Doctor.
kira kita
Happy
jumpa
New
next
Year
year
to
lah kan.
you too. Yeah,
So
have a good
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year, Happy New Year,
Alright.
Happy.
Happy New Year. Thank you very much. Bye.